Welcome to this short video about the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture's AFRI program A1712. The focus of this program is rapid response to extreme weather events across food and agricultural systems. In this video, we will highlight information about the AFRI Rapid Response to Extreme Weather Program's Standard and Strengthening Standard, or FASE, grant types. We also encourage applicants to view our other videos about this AFRI program and to check out our webpage, a fact sheet, and frequently asked questions. The Standard and Strengthening Standard, or FASE grants, are the two types of awards made in the A1712 program. A standard grant supports targeted original scientific research, education, extension, or projects that integrate any of these components. It is one of the 5 main categories of grant types across AFRI. Food and Agricultural Science Enhancement grants, also known as FASE, strengthen science capabilities in research, education, and/or extension programs. FASE grants are designed to help institutions develop competitive projects and to attract new scientists and educators into careers in high-priority areas of national need in agriculture, food, and environmental sciences. FASE grants provide support for pre- and postdoctoral fellowships, new investigators, and strengthening grants, which is a grant type for the AFRI Rapid Response to Extreme Weather program. The strengthening grant type is one type of FASE grant. A strengthening grant is expected to enhance institutional capacity with the goal of leading to future funding in the project area, as well as strengthen the competitiveness of the investigator's research, education, and/or extension activities. The work proposed for strengthening grants must address specific program area priorities described under program area descriptions in the AFRI RFA. All applications submitted for strengthening grants must fulfill the eligibility requirements. In this video, we will only focus on specific parts of the AFRI RFA. Those sections are denoted with an asterisk. However, we strongly encourage applicants to familiarize themselves with the contents in the entire AFRI RFA. The RFA is organized in the following sections: executive summary, updates, table of contents, and table of tables. Part 1, funding opportunity description. Part 2, award information. Part 3, eligibility information. Part 4, application and submission. Part 5, application review requirements. Part 6, award administration. Part 7, other information, and appendices. In Part 1 of the AFRI RFA, applicants will find information about the Rapid Response to Extreme Weather Program's Standard and Strengthening Standard, or FASE, grant types. This information includes the funding amount, the number of awards, the duration of the award, the project type, and the application deadline. We anticipate awarding up to $300,000 per project, which includes indirect costs in numerous awards for projects of 12 months. For standard and strengthening standard grants, eligible project types include extension projects or integrated extension and research projects. Applications will be accepted on a continuous basis and are dependent on real-time extreme weather events and disasters. Applications must be submitted within 30 days after an extreme weather event or disaster. Following submission, to ensure the application is processed in a timely manner, applicants are strongly encouraged to notify the A1712 program team by sending an email to the email address listed in the RFA and at the end of this video. Innovative extension and applied research efforts are needed to alleviate the impact of these disasters across the food and agricultural system. These strategies should help buffer effects from disasters and ensure the availability of an accessible, safe, nutritious, affordable, and abundant food supply. Funded projects are expected to provide solutions that may include trainings, communication strategies, tools and technologies, food supply logistics, and climate-smart practices that can be rapidly adopted by various end users, as well as explain how adoption potential of proposed solutions will be measured. Proposals are encouraged to integrate youth and adult volunteer development aspects by leveraging existing extension networks and outreach programs, including 4-H and positive youth development efforts. There must be a high likelihood that results of the proposed project will be immediately deployed. As applicants consider project design, NIFA encourages projects to have well-developed extension and/or outreach activities. Reaching end users is a critical component of this program. Applicants must be able to provide a clear strategic approach to reaching them. Applications must address one or more of the following emphasis areas: agroecosystem resilience, food safety, nutrition security, and agricultural commodity security, and health, well-being, and safety. We encourage proposals that support or add value to existing educational materials regarding disasters and naturally occurring hazards, and we encourage applicants to collaborate with partners to ensure efforts are not duplicated. All submissions must directly address effects associated with an extreme weather event or disaster. The National Weather Service, the National Integrated Heat Health Information System, local or state farm service agency, state or federal emergency management agency, and even local partners may have information and/or data for the applicant to justify a direct need for rapid response activity. It is the applicant's responsibility to monitor conditions, identify the extreme weather event or disaster, and explain its impacts. USDA will not monitor extreme weather events and disasters or announce an open call for applications. Rather, applications will be accepted on a continuous basis. Applicants applying to this program should also consider focusing on projects based on species and commodities that are important to historically underserved farmers and ranchers or to small or medium-sized farms or ranches. Applicants must carefully assess their proposed project to ensure that there will be a high likelihood that results of the project will be immediately deployed. And finally, we encourage applications from collaborations with minority-serving institutions, small to mid-sized institutions, and/or institutions within EPSCoR states. For more information about the purpose of the AFRI Rapid Response to Extreme Weather Program, we encourage applicants to view our other videos about this program and to check out our webpage, a fact sheet, and frequently asked questions. We strongly encourage applicants to familiarize themselves with the information presented in the AFRI RFA regarding eligibility. Applicants must meet all of the requirements discussed in the AFRI RFA. Eligible applicants for single-function extension projects include state agricultural experiment stations, colleges and universities, including junior colleges offering associate degrees or higher, university research foundations, other research institutions and organizations, federal agencies, national laboratories, private organizations or corporations, individuals who are U.S. citizens, nationals, or permanent residents, and any group consisting of 2 or more entities identified in the list A through H. Eligible applicants for integrated projects, extension, and research include colleges and universities, 1994 land-grant universities, and Hispanic-serving agricultural colleges and universities. For further clarity on the terms college and university, applicants are encouraged to review Part 3, Section A of the AFRI RFA. Applicants must take note of the application process and prepare their applications to be in line with NIFA's submission requirements as listed in Part 3 of the AFRI RFA. The project narrative for standard and strengthening standard applications must not exceed a total of 7 pages. The application must be submitted within 30 calendar days after an extreme weather event or disaster. Within the project narrative, applicants must provide a justification for how the project addresses a critical and urgent stakeholder need. For an integrated extension and research application, applicants should refer to the specific eligibility and content requirements in Part 3, Section A of the AFRI RFA. Applicants must ensure their application meets all other requirements in Part 4 of the AFRI RFA. Following submission, to ensure the application is processed in a timely manner, applicants are strongly encouraged to notify the A1712 program team by sending an email to the email address listed on this slide, in the RFA, and at the end of this video. Here is the general timeline for the Standard and Strengthening Standard grants for the AFRI Rapid Response to Extreme Weather Program. Rapidly responding to extreme weather events and disasters is a core focus of this AFRI program, and the review timeline reflects NIFA's commitment to rapid response activities. Within 30 days of an extreme weather event or disaster, an applicant will prepare and submit an application. Applications will be accepted on a continuous basis. Once an application is received, NIFA manages the peer review process of the proposal, which will take approximately 35 days. Finally, over the course of no less than 7 days, the funding notification is made and the award is finalized and made. Again, this is a general timeline. We will keep applicants updated as much as possible, but we do appreciate your patience. Applications for the Standard and Strengthening Standard, or FASE grants, for the AFRI Rapid Response to Extreme Weather Program will go through 4 steps in the review process. First, an application will be screened to ensure it meets program priorities and fits the program. Applications must be tied to a recent extreme weather event or disaster. For an application that meets the program priorities, it will be assigned to 3 reviewers with expertise in the proposed topic. Then, reviewers will review the application and produce individual reviews evaluating the application's strengths and weaknesses. And finally, NIFA will use the written reviews to make an award decision. This concludes this video about the AFRI Rapid Response to Extreme Weather Program's Standard and Strengthening Standard, or FASE, grant types. We also encourage applicants to view our other videos about this AFRI program and to check out our webpage, a fact sheet, and frequently asked questions.